Good morning. It's February the 1st, first day of February. And I have to be very, very careful this morning because I'm walking a little earlier, which means there's ice everywhere. I'm walking over to Broad Street where I have a doctor's appointment. And hopefully I don't need it for broken bones because I fell along the way. I think the other side might be better because it maybe didn't melt quite as much. It has a little more snow on it. But yeah, I would have preferred to walk later in the day for a walk, but this is my timing today. And then I'm headed to Saskatoon later. Might walk in Saskatoon tomorrow. I should have an opportunity. Go over the Broadway Bridge again. And back over the Victoria Bridge or Traffic Bridge, whatever they call it these days. That's a scenic walk that I've done a couple of times now when I've been in Saskatoon for things. One thing I'll be doing is I'll be on CTV Saskatoon on Friday, being interviewed about Shapers of Worlds Volume 4, the latest anthology I published through my Shadowpaw Press, shadowpawpress.com, featuring authors who are guests of my podcast, The World Shapers. This is terrible. I'm getting on the street. It's got to be better. As long as no cars are coming, at least it's better. Downtown sidewalks will be better, but here where there's a lot of shade, it melts. You can see the snow melts and then it runs over the sidewalk, and then overnight it freezes again. It's supposed to be +6 again today, so a lot more melting, but on the shady side, still a lot of snow to melt, and it melts just enough to create these sheets of ice on the sidewalk. Fortunately, this is a not very busy street, so I can walk down the middle of it until somebody comes along at least. And once I get into the main streets up here, it will be better, I hope. Sidewalks will be dry mostly. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. Comes someone now. No big publishing work this morning yet. I am very happy that I'm writing. I've written my first chapter in a new novel that I hope might be my next novel from Daw or some other publisher. I have to finish it first, or at least get enough of it that I can send it to my agent. 100 pages or so, I think, what he'd like to have in hand. Fantasy novel. Fantasy novel and kind of a cop novel. But it's in a fantasy world, so. Working title is The Fifth Magic. Something I came up with the plot quite a while ago, then changes at my publisher with them being bought by Astra Publishing, and then my editor retiring has changed my connections with the publisher, and so now I have to work harder than I did for a while, but that's okay, I can do it. They do have a track record. I don't know if it's a very good one. They have published me 12 times. Daw has. Should stand for something. Anyway, first thing to do is to write, and that's what I'm doing. It makes me happy to be writing again. Pretty good timing here. Probably if I stay on College will be my least icy option, because it gets a lot of sunshine and no clouds because it's wider. So this sunny side of the street here, hopefully it mostly melted off. So we'll carry along College here. Royal Saskatchewan Museum over there, though it's just a silhouette right now. Another beautiful clear blue sky today. Should be a good day for driving to Saskatoon. No ice to worry about. Main reason for going up is to take the car in tomorrow. It's seat motors don't work. You can't adjust the seats, which is a pain and a problem when somebody else wants to drive it. So it seems to be a control board that they had to order. They'll replace that tomorrow. And I had enough points on my Marriott account that I'm able to stay up there on points, not spend a lot of money beyond the money we're spending on the repairs, which are considerable. However, as a car gets older, this happens. It's hard to believe, but it's been 10 years since we bought that car, almost. I still think of it as our new car. There'll still be a little ice here and there, but so far pretty good along College here as we approach the old College campus. Still just a silhouette, I'm afraid. At least it is to my eyes. Maybe you see it better on the camera. Over there. But I think it's pretty much a silhouette for you too. Get the credit union building and Dark Hall, and then the College building over there. Oh, there's a patch of ice. And some great old buildings here. That used to be a house. It's been modified, but it's an office now. Same. That one has offices of some sort in it too, I think. Another nasty patch of ice. That one, I've been in there, and at the moment it doesn't seem to have a, oh yeah, therapy center it says. This one's still a house. More ice. That's the new credit union building over there, that silhouette. Toward downtown. There's a better look now that the sun's not quite directly behind it. Then you get Dark Hall. Very, very nice auditorium that was refurbished and is really lovely now, and it's quite busy there. It's getting lots of use, which is great. In fact, that's where we'll be doing Beauty and the Beast in May. We being Regina Musical Theatre. I'm playing Maurice, Belle's father. Crazy old Maurice. Crazy old Maurice. Oh, more ice here. There's our call. And then the College building. The original Regina College, which became University of Saskatchewan Regina campus and then became University of Regina, which is what it is now. So there's some university stuff in there. Also the conservatory is in there, the Conservatory of Performing Arts. and many other things. And some wonderful art, actually. Plus a couple of rooms that have our names on them. Mine and my wife's and my wife's mother, because of donations made to help it become a reality, the renovations. And most of the old houses here are something else now, not houses. I'll just stick to college. Quite often I go up this way and walk through the park, but because of the ice, because this sidewalk is so nice and clear, I think I'll make this a straight line to Broad Street. This is Scar Street. You look down there, you'll see the towers, such as they are, of downtown. You know, it's like a nasty patch of ice up here, but I think I can walk on the grass to the left of it. East up to a point. I'll have to take a step or two on it here. This is College Gardens, which was the first condo complex built along here back in 1995. In this location, which is where Central Collegiate, Regina's oldest high school, was at one point. It was still here when I moved here in the 80s, but they were tearing it down. And then in 95 they built this. 97 they built the one we have a condo in. And then in 2000 they built the third one, which is here on Hamilton Street. It's just up there. Another old building over there that I've often been in that has it's just a facade except for the tower. It was completely redone inside, but that's where the sound stage is, and a bunch of artsy offices like Creative Saskatchewan and Sask Books and what used to be the Saskatchewan Motion Picture Industry Association. I think it now stands for the Saskatchewan Media Production Industry Association. I believe they're in there too. Big office building to my left. And this old apartment building over here, which has been here for a long time. I've always wanted to see one of the apartments. I knew somebody who lived in it, but they lived in it before I knew them, so we'll go up here and walk a little closer to it. See, the sidewalk looks pretty good that way, so I might actually go that way. I think I will. Technically, it's slightly, well, is it? It's not really, because I have to go around the end. No, I'll go this way. Take a walk on the wild side here by the building. Interesting pillars. Waverley Manor, that's what it's called. Here we're just going around the corner. We don't have to cross the street, so that's good. Not much further, or farther. Further for metaphorical distance, farther for actual distance is the rule I try to remember. I remember when they were working on that house. They lifted it right up and dug out the basement again. Probably put in a new foundation. That building over there, the old kind of Spanish-looking apartment building. This is a computer place now, but it was a house, and then for a long time it was quite a nice coffee shop. One of the few made with stone. Field stone, I guess they usually call that. Now we're moving north on Broad Street. And we're just a block away from my stopping point. Which is good because my appointment is in 10 minutes. If he's on time, which he may or may not be. I didn't have to wait too long last time, but it's also a walk-in clinic, so there's always lots of people in there. I'm rather fortunate to have a family doctor. A little hard to come by. No, very warm right now, but there's more normal winter weather coming. Not bitterly cold, but below freezing and snow coming after this warm spell, it looks like. A lot of places in Saskatchewan set records, but I don't think Regina did. The west side did. Maple Creek was the hottest place in Canada day before yesterday, hotter than Florida. It was 21 degrees Celsius, or almost 21 degrees Celsius. That was a record. And Swift Current set one, and a bunch of places over there had record highs, but I don't think we've had it here. I haven't heard anything about it. It's a bit unusual, but not unheard of, these kinds of thaws. Most of those records, some of them went back to the 19th century or the early 20th century or whatever, so January thaws have been a thing in Saskatchewan for a long time. So this complex over here at the Shoppers Drug Mart is where I'm going. That's pretty good. I'll go back the same way. I won't live stream it, but that way I can avoid the ice, because this was pretty much ice-free, except for my own present, which was scary, but I made it. Okay, I'll stop here. Thanks for walking with me. Short one today, maybe in Saskatoon tomorrow. We'll see.